Hi there, welcome to Pins and Patience. My name is Jeremy. Carrying on with my build of the Star Trek Deep Space Nine Nemesis Officer's Duty Vest. I have all of the panels complete. I have the liners added to the panels. As it stands right now, here along this seam and this seam, as well as the attachment points of the yokes here, those are all basted. I just wanted to make sure that it was fitting and that it wasn't too long or too short in certain places. I do need to tidy it up a little bit up here. Definitely bring that in just a little bit. The one thing that I'm really happy with so far is the alignment of the centerpiece here, just along the chest area. I think that the V here is very sharp. These are excellent corners. And this is all very much in line. Further to that, the front yoke trim is also in line as it rests. So I think I did a pretty good job. I'm going to turn it inside out and I'm going to show you how that looks there. My process of using a liner was different than using the actual pattern pieces. I try to be very careful with my patterns, and with the closures of all the businesses because of the medical crisis that's happening, I can't take my patterns to the local copy shop and get some copies made so I can just cut them out and use them. So that being said, what I did is I just laid out each panel and I put it over top this piece of liner here. So that's what I did. So that's the outline that you see, just very simply put. I just simply traced it out with a chalk line, gave it a cut, and then sewn it there. The seam allowances up here on the yoke are 5/8 of an inch. And if, as I said in my previous video, along this seam here and along this seam here, I increased the seam allowance to 5/8 of an inch. One, for my sewing, for my level of sewing, I found the 3/8 of an inch seam allowance to be too tight for me to manage properly. So in this case, I extended it by 2/8 of an inch. Now, some things that I did add here, if you'll notice, I added a pocket. And with that, I learned how to do that in my previous sewing course. It's a simple patch pocket. Secured the bottom after I rounded out the edges, sewed in the edges, secured the bottom first, flipped it over, and then from there I just sewed down the sides. And I'll show you, well, unfortunately I'm using my phone to record this, but I'll put a prop in there so you can see the dimension. This is just a standard calculator. That being said, so if your phone is about the size of a calculator, maybe a current iPhone or whichever brand you choose, so this would fit really just perfectly in here. Further to that, I added a securing flap and a button. Thank you to YouTube for helping me do that. Over here, I have a card slide. So if in the event that you're ever at a con and you don't want to carry a full-size wallet, there's your phone here, and here are your cards. And again, for graphic purposes, so you can have an idea. So I was able to take some time and I measured it so all those cards will fit neatly there. Top one's a little short in depth, but the other ones fit really well. And I mean, if I was really concerned, I could put a securing strap down here, but I don't think I need to. So there you have it. That's where we're at for right now. My next process is going to be adding the trims. So I'm going to be working with the neck trim and then the arm trim. And from there, then dealing with the zipper trim. I appreciate you joining me. Thanks very much. And I'd really appreciate hearing any of the feedback that you have. It's important to me. It helps me grow. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.